Might have found a spare. Let's see if this fits. That feels like axle. Yep, that's axle. I went a bit wide on that last run, dropped a rear tyre off, and in doing so, I obliterated my driver's side axle. And because it's a two-way, not a welded, power goes to the path of least resistance, so I got no drive currently, so I'm just chilling at the bottom of North Course, where you line up to go up the hill, waiting for a tow. The tow of shame. Hopefully someone's got axles in stock that I can buy and just get straight back out there. That's what you get when you drive on the limit, eh? Reality? Idiot. Unfortunately, the only correct length axle I was able to find was off an NA model, which are a smaller axle and CV joint, so it wouldn't have worked, and even if it did, it would be a lot less strong. I was, however, able to find a short side turbo axle and repurpose its CV joint for my long axle. After cleaning it out and packing it with some fresh grease, I got it back in the car and tested for any clicks and made sure everything was all good. Because it took so long to find parts, it was pretty much end of day by the time I was finished, so we decided to call it early, head off to all-you-can-eat Japanese barbecue and get a good feed and a good night's rest in preparation for G1GP practice and competition in the morning. Unfortunately, they're not opening Nishi Short Long, which is the layout for G1GP, until like 1 PM. It's like 10 PM now, so we've come down to Touge and we're just going to warm up the tyres and warm up ourselves at Touge until a little bit later, and then we'll head down for G1GP practice. Some of that was sketchy. Car feels good though. Holy, that got so slippery, and then I saw a Jessie.
Went too deep.
It gets slippery around the edge.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, if I'm on a good line, whoa!
Where you want to transition, there's a huge fucking, and I hit it like first lap.
Finished up the morning at Touge course. They opened up G1GP Nishi short long layout. Just adjusted up my handbrake and I am on some new tires. I'm on some Accelera something. Apparently they last longer but are slipperier. A little nervous, never done Nishi short long, also never driven on these tires. I got a few pointers from the boys around the pits and I'm just gonna go out and give it a go. Wish me luck, let's get it. Every time. Good morning. It is nice and early. It is 6:45 in the morning. It is G1GP day. Warming up the car. Let's get down to Nishi, get into practice. We are in the lineup, getting ready to go for my qualifying run. Feeling pretty good, obviously a little bit of competition nerves, but I'm just trying to keep level-headed. Know that I got this. I got a lot of compliments from people during my practice run, but I know that I just got to lay down the same driving I've been doing during practice. Second around the bend, click third, clutch it over the hill, and make the zones like I've been making all day. Doing good, doing good. Lay down a clean first lap, so I'm in the show, and then I can play with it a little bit on the second one.
wasn't the best. I needed to handbrake check to make that out of zone. Tires were a bit more hooked up than I anticipated, but I think I made the zones. Just got to see how we go. I should feel a bit better on the next one. Confirmed, got a mate Josh spotting for me. Just told me that I definitely made all the zones. Could be a bit deeper on that switchback zone, out of zone 2 though, which I already knew. Car was a little more hooked up than I thought, but that's all good. This run will be it. Feel pretty good about that. Fingers crossed I'm in the show. I'm gonna go have a chat with Taylor, go review the run and see how we did.
After waiting about half an hour for the qualifying scores to be finalised by the judges, we all huddled around and waited to hear who had made the top 32 show. I was standing there feeling pretty confident, knowing that I made a few mistakes, but overall laid down some pretty clean laps, filling all the zone. But as we got further into the list, I started to get a little nervous as I did not think that I was going to qualify this high. But finally, all the names were called and the top 32 was finalised. And unfortunately for me, I had to swallow some bittersweet news that I did not make the show. I qualified 35th out of 71 and only 3 points away from making the top 32. Although, yes, I was bummed I didn't make the show, I say the news is bittersweet as we did have some friends make it into the show, so we rushed off to the grandstands to cheer them on, and boy, did they put on a show.